So we start with cell division. In the previous class I had done the replication, the interphase, is it, and I had told you the stages of mitosis. So now let us discuss about again, let us redo a little bit. So how can we divide, what are the stages of mitosis? Mitosis is, it starts with karyokinesis and it is followed by cytokinesis. Now karyokinesis is divided into 4 phases. That is, karyokinesis is divided into 4 phases. The first is prophase, then comes the metaphase, then the anaphase, and then the telophase. That means we can say the division starts from prophase. With prophase, it is followed by metaphase, metaphase is followed by anaphase, anaphase is followed by telophase, and telophase is followed by cytokinesis, and at the end of cytokinesis, after cytokinesis, 2 daughter cells are formed, is it? So let us start with the division. So the first stage comes as, now the last stage of interphase is, I'll just show you a nuclear or cell of interphase as well. So the last phase of interphase is, you remember what is interphase? When the cell is not dividing. In the previous class I told you. This is a cell, it has a prominent nucleus, it has a prominent nucleolus, and it has thread-like chromatin fibers, and these all chromatin fibers are duplicated. What is the meaning of this? The DNAs have replicated. That is in S phase itself. Is it all right? And what do we see? We see a pair of centriole. This is one centriole which has divided, which has duplicated. Is it clear? During S phase itself, the centriole, this is the centriole lying almost 90 degrees to each other, a pair of two pairs rather, is it all right? This is one centriole with 2 pairs of microtubules, you know, lying at approximately at 90 degrees to each other, you have done in class 9, and then the whole thing is surrounded by asteroids. The whole thing is surrounded by asteroids like this. This is what is a cell now has completed G2. It has completed G2. That means these are the asteroids, is it? These are the asteroids. What is the location of centriole? Many a times it is asked, right, what is the exact location of centriole? Centriole is present in the cytoplasm of animal cell. What did I say? Centriole, what is the location of centriole? You cannot say that centriole is present in cell, because it is only present in animal cell. An animal cell, in which part it is present? In the cytoplasm. So what do you write about? It is the location of centriole is, even if it is centrosome is asked, centrosome is, what is centriole? These are centrioles. Centrosome is this clear region where they are located. This region is absolutely, cytoplasm is clear. Is it clear? So this clear region of cytoplasm containing centriole and asters is the centrosome. Now centriole, what is the location? Near in the cytoplasm here, okay, of animal cell. All the more it is good if you write near nucleus. They are located, always located near nucleus, though I have not shown it like that, but their location is, whenever you see in the diagram, you will see this is a cell, this is a nucleus, the location of centriole is given here, is it? I have shown it in a broad way, so that is why it is like this. So near nucleus, is it all right? Now here, after this, till here, this is the last phase of interphase. This is the last stage of interphase. Now the cell is ready to divide. Okay, so the first thing goes with prophase, and prophase I'll show you two. Is it early prophase and late prophase? Why I am showing you two? In the exam, any one can be asked, and there are little changes in both. The characteristic are more or less same, but you know the identity means changes. Early prophase cell is different from the late prophase cell. So I'll do with both. Is it all right? So first comes the early prophase. Okay, this is it is prophase itself. Okay, now you see what happens here. The most prominent feature of prophase is here. This is the cell. The nuclear membranes start to degenerate, disappear. Is it clear? You will find that the nuclear membrane is breaking up. Okay, here the nuclear membrane is breaking up. This is the first. You will find that the nucleolus is disappearing. Okay, this is the one of the symptom, means one of the characteristic of prophase, that disappearance of nuclear membrane, disappearance of nucleolus. Is it clear? And what do you see? You will find that the chromatin fibers are becoming now they are becoming more prominent. They are still in the form of fiber, but they are comparatively, here they were more thin thread like. In interphase they were thin thread like, but now they are still thread like. I am talking about early prophase. They are still thread like, but they have thickened. They have not taken the shape of chromosome yet. They are still intermingled mass of thread like structure. So but they are now thick. What does it show? It shows that why is it happening? This was a chromatin fiber. Is it clear? The coiling in chromatin fiber has started. Is it all right? The coiling in, actually the chromatin fiber was like this, if you remember. In G2 phase, the chromatin fiber was like this. Why? This is the centriole, and this is one DNA. Is it clear? This is the other DNA. How can we show this? Like this is made up of one DNA. This is made up of one because DNA has replicated, if you remember, and this is made up of the other DNA. The chromatin fiber is like this. Is it clear? And now it has started to coil. The chromatin fiber has started to coil. But the coiling in the early phase is not that prominent. So instead of this long thread-like structure, they are still thread-like structure, but they are comparatively short and thick. Is it clear? So coiling has started. Now one more thing we will find, the two centrioles which were located here side by side, they were located side by side. Now they have started moving apart. What is this? This is the ones, means here the two centrioles are present and they have started moving apart. Is it all right? Okay, so here we will find that the moving of centrioles become prominent. This is one, this is the other. Is it all right? Half of the asterase, half asterase goes with it, half remains this side. Is it all right? So here are the asters and here are the asters. Now in the meantime, these centrioles start to divide long fibers. Is it clear? They individually divide, they develop long fibers. These centrioles start to develop long fibers, and these are known as the spindle fibers. These are the asters. The small ones are the asters, which are, they usually do not elongate, but here they, from the inner side, they start to develop long fiber like structure. Is it all right? So these are known as spindle fibers. These are made up of microtubules. Is it clear? So how do we label it? It is the nuclear membrane, this is the nucleolus, both disappearing. This is chromatin fiber. We will still call it chromatin fibers because they have not coiled enough to take the shape of chromosome. Chromatin fibers. This is the centriole. These long ones are the spindle fibers, and the small one are the aster rays. I'll just aster rays. Is it all right? Now just I'll again redraw to make you understand the difference between spindle fiber and aster rays. Is it all right? This is the centriole. This is centriole. They are made up of, themselves are made up of microtubule. This is one centriole. Since I'll be using these terms now, so I have to, you should be knowing. So suppose this centriole I have made, is it all right? So these are the aster rays. These are the aster rays. These are also made up of microtubules. Is it clear? As they, now this is one aster, this is one centriole, this is the other centriole moving apart. This thing I am drawing, is it all right? The other centriole moving apart, half of the asters are here, the other half of the asters are with this because they are moving apart. Now they start to develop their fiber-like structure. Each of the centriole start to develop long fiber-like structure, and these fiber-like structure keeps elongating. Individually they are developing. Is it clear? And these fiber-like structures are known as the spindle fibers. They play a very important role in the separation of sister chromatids. I'll come to sister chromatids once again. Is it all right? So this is what, this is the detailed structure of this. So what did I draw? I have drawn early prophase. Is it clear? Let me draw a late prophase, a cell of late prophase. Is it all right? So how do we draw a cell of, this is early and this is late. Okay, so again the cell, the nuclear membrane now almost has disappeared. Is it clear? You will just find bits of nuclear membrane because nuclear membrane has started disappearing again. It has already disappeared, almost disappeared. Nucleolus is faded, it is also disappeared. But now the coiling in this was the chromatin fiber. This was the chromatin fiber. Is it fiber like? And the coiling had started. Here, this is coiling. The coiling had started. Is it clear? So due to the coiling, the chromatin fibers become short and thick. Is it all right? So now when coiling occurs, when coiling is taking place, the chromatin fibers, this is one DNA molecule, this is the other DNA molecule. Is it clear? Okay, this is one sister chromatid, this is the other sister chromatid. Now coiling is taking place, due to which that intermingled mass separates, intermingled mass of chromatin fibers separate, and now you can see the chromosomes. They are here, you can see this structure because they have separated. Is it clear? Okay, they are, the chromosomes are still thin, but you can see them. Almost like they are still thin, but you can see the chromosomes. I'll be showing this with 6 chromosomes. Is it all right? 6 chromosomes I have shown. Is it all right? So what are we finding? The nuclear membrane is now disappearing. This, it was initially in interphase, the cells here, this was thin, these are thin thread-like structures. This is interphase. In early prophase, they have thickened, but the structures are still thread-like. They are not separated. You cannot make out the separate chromosomes. You cannot make out, but they are thick, and they are thick thread-like. They are not as thin as this. But by late prophase, this is late prophase. By late prophase, is it clear? This is after, and this one is here. By late prophase, what happens? You will find that the nuclear membrane has disappeared. So the nucleolus has disappeared, and the coiling had started. Now the coiling is so much. Now the thread-like structures are not there. They all have separated from each other. Is it all right? And they have formed chromosome-like structures. Is it clear? And by this time, you will find the centrioles have moved further, because they are moving further. They are moving away from each other. To how far they will move, I'll explain. Is it clear? These are the asters. These are the asters, and they have developed long thread-like structures. Here, each of it has developed long thread-like structures. Sorry. They have developed long thread-like structures which is still elongating. Is it all right? So, and these are the spindle fibers and these are the asters. Okay. So, how do we show it? This is the nuclear membrane disappearing, because there are still bits of nuclear membrane, nucleolus disappearing. Is it all right? Okay, these now we are not calling them chromatin fibers, we will call it chromosome.